I want to ask you something. Think of the best conversation you've had in the last year. Not the most useful one, not the most productive one, the best one. The one when you were actually in it. The one where you weren't managing the impression you were making. You weren't monitoring how it was landing. You weren't conducting the conversation from a slight remove. Part of you always watching, always editing. You were just there. Now, think about how rare that is. Not because you're doing something wrong, not because there's something broken about you, but because most of us, most of the time, are running a performance, a version of ourselves that we built over years, that the conditions required, that the room expects. And running that performance takes almost all of our available attention. There isn't much left over for just being in the room. Now, I've been watching this in myself for a long time. I'm good at conversations. I've been told that my whole life. And for most of the time, what that actually meant was I'm good at managing conversations. I read the room accurately. I know what's needed. I produce the appropriate response with a reliability that people find reassuring. What I was less good at for a long time was just being in one. So here's what I've come to understand about that. The identity we build, the capable one, the reliable one, the warm one, the good person, whatever, doesn't just hold a structure in place, it contracts the available range. The machine running the reliable version can't simultaneously be uncertain. The machine running the capable one can't simultaneously be lost. There isn't room for it. The performance doesn't have space for responses that would crack the role. So those responses get suppressed. They get managed, they get redirected. Not because they aren't true, but because the identity does not have room for them. And here's the thing that nobody really tells you. When the identity defense reduces, and it does reduce, slowly, over time, through this work, what becomes available isn't a new self. It's the range that was always there. The uncertainty that was always there but couldn't be occupied while the capable one was running. You couldn't afford to be uncertain about anything. You had to know everything. I was very good at that. The anger that was always there but couldn't be felt while the good person was performing. The capacity to receive care that was always there but couldn't be accessed while the self-sufficient one had the wall up. Not new, always there, just unavailable, while the performance was using all the space. And that's all it is. I know that might sound like nothing. I know a less defended self sounds less dramatic than transformation, less satisfying than arrival. But I want to ask you again about that conversation, the one where you were actually in it. That wasn't a new you, that was the same you, with the performance briefly not running. The defended version was briefly offline. The range was briefly available. That moment, ordinary, unremarkable, probably over in less than 20 minutes, is a direction that this work points towards. Not towards more of those moments through effort, discipline, self-improvement, more of them because the performance is running slightly less of the time. So, what I want to get into now is what that actually looks like in the body, in relationships, in the ordinary interaction of ordinary days. Because there is a specific quality to it that's worth naming, and it's not what most people expect. You'll have to become a subscriber to see this. It's only $5 a month, so anyway. Before I go, let me tell you about the free introductory session. Um, just look on the website www.negativephilosophy.com. There's a booking form there, and you can book to speak with a mentor. Free, half an hour. Go for it. Remember Martin Butler's Patreon and his books, especially Minority Interest, which seems to be less of a minority than some of the other ones. Thank you.